So here we are on, I think it's, for me, day 7 or 8. They get all mixed up on this self-quarantine, social distancing thing. Anyway, when I rolled over this morning and flipped the TV on, the movie 300 had just gotten done playing. And I thought to myself, that has to be a sign. That must be a divine intervention that my day was intended to work with 300 AAC Blackout ammunition and their hosts. So that's exactly what we're doing today. I have a couple 300 AAC guns, actually somewhat new builds for me, and at least some of the accessories are new. I've got a couple Sightmark sights that I have to get sighted in, and this is just the perfect host for this one. I'm sure you've seen it before, or at least a rendition of it. This is that little gun that comes apart small enough to be able to fit into a camera bag or an ammo can. This is the DOLOS quick change barrel mechanism. Let me open the bolt so I can show you just how small it is. All you do is rotate the barrel, slide it out, there's your barrel, and because we also did some work on the back end of it, we've got a folding stock, so we have the Law tactical folding mechanism, and that gives you a little tiny 30 caliber rifle that again fits in a camera bag or an ammo can or a backpack, or anything small that you might need for transport, where you wouldn't want something that looks like a rifle bag, where it might not be advantageous for you to have something that looks like a rifle bag. And on top of that, I have the brand new Sightmark Wolverine that needs to get sighted in. Now the second 300 Blackout that I'm working with today was kind of purpose built for the sight. It is a Sightmark digital night vision scope, and I'm really anxious to work with this one. I've spent a lot of time with the tube designs over the years, but not much time with the digital ones, so I want to get this thing on paper today. Now, to go with the theme of that, we're using a Torrent suppressor, the T3, and man, this thing is quiet. And when we're running these discrete ballistic pills through it, it doesn't make any noise at all to speak of. I hope that transfers through to this little tiny microphone on the camera so you can hear or not hear it too. So it's a real cold, windy, blustery, nasty day. I mean, not by our standards, but it's not comfortable to be out here for a long time. It's in the mid-20s, the wind's blowing about 30 miles an hour, although I'm down in this little hole and we only get a big gust every now and then. I'm going to apologize in advance if the mic causes problems, and unfortunately I'm going to have to get most of my work done on the short range that I'm on today, the pistol and submachine gun range, because over on the long range the wind's just blowing right up into my face and I'm not going to be able to get anything done over there. So my job today, to get these guns sighted in and ready for the long range. This wind, it just isn't going to back off today, and I apologize if this is making too much noise because it's really, really blowing now. I want to explain exactly how this sight works and what makes it so interesting to me, but let's go back in the bunkhouse where we can talk and it's not so cold and not so noisy. So that wind's just not going to let up out here today. It is absolutely brutal. And I won't even know if this footage is useful until I get back and see if you can hear anything whatsoever. So it's going to cut the day short, but I want to explain something to you about the sight that I'm using. So this particular one, it's a Sightmark digital night scope. And I'm sighting it in with the end cap closed, so I'm not bringing too much light in. And it's very clear, much more than I expected it to be. And the thing that's really interesting is how you sight it in. Now, I've always seen that you can sight it in with one shot. They've claimed you sight it in with one shot because the reticles are adjusted electronically through this switch right here. What you do is shoot one round downrange, and then you hold the rifle still, keeping that original point of aim, and you just move the X or the Y axis until the point of aim and the point of impact are the same, and it's sighted in. I know it sounds really simple. We've done that with regular scopes for a lot of years as well. The difficult part is to hold it still to the original point of aim, but it can be done. With this thing, it's ridiculously easy. Very, very fast. 2 rounds, and I was completely sighted in. Now, obviously, I'm only shooting at 35 yards because of the weather that we're having today. I'll have more work to do once we get out. Not a hell of a lot more work because I'm thinking it's going to be a 100 to 150 yard rifle since I'm setting it up for the heavy discrete ballistic subsonic ammo anyway. And I'm going to have to learn my dope to know where my point of aim needs to be for my point of impact at 50, 75, 100, 125 yards. And I think that is pushing it enough as it is. So I'm sorry we couldn't get more trigger time in today. That was absolutely my intention. That really cool little Law Tactical Folder DOLOS quick change barrel system is going to have to wait till the next trip out, but that thing is awesome. I'm sure you've seen it before or a variant of it, but there's no doubt in my mind you're going to like seeing it again. And I love shooting it. It's a really awesome piece. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. Hope for some warmer weather with me. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, share us with your friends in your vast social media universe. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already, both on YouTube and on Full30. Make sure you click notify on them so you know when we upload new videos. And if you just like to talk guns, almost every day we're on Facebook at facebook.com/guntestvids. If you like this kind of stuff, buy my book. I wrote a book called The Evolution of the Black Rifle 4 or 5 years ago. And it's available on Amazon as well as at a link down below this video in the information. And until next time, have fun and be safe.